So I had a question this morning about spirits and, angels and demons, that kind of thing. And the question was whether spirits are actually disembodied souls. I wonder what you think. I mean, souls that have been detached from the physical, from bodies, then you end up with these spirits. And I guess I was trying to be very careful answering this because it's not just the Bible that talks about spirits and the spiritual realm, but other religions, other cultures as well. So we're getting a picture of what we're dealing with, not just from the Bible, but from people around us. They're all curious about this and they formed ideas and ways to understand this. I think this good starting point, and then moving to the end point, the starting point is that God created everything, including angelic beings, including demons, including Satan as well. All these are created beings by God. And so when we say that God created us, yes, there will be a point when we die and then kind of like we become disembodied souls. So we are this disembodied souls, and a good reference is Philippians chapter 1, where Paul says, is it better to be in the body or with the Lord? And the idea is it better to be alive in the body or with the Lord? Implies that actually you've died, you've left the body, but then you're even closer with Jesus. And that's a good thing, right? Yeah. But even so, the end point, so the starting point is that God created everything, including the spiritual realm, including angels and demons. The end point is actually physical, because the unique thing about the Christian faith is that there will be a resurrection. God will raise us from the dead, and that even though there will be a transition point, God will restore our bodies and will be raised again, whether to face Jesus as our judge or to live in this new resurrected body, new resurrected world, even called the new heavens and the new earth. So having set all this up, why am I so cautious about this definition about spirits as disembodied souls? Well, because I think what it suggests is that, disembodied souls is like people who've died. And it tries to say that actually spirits are made up of ghosts or people who die already and then they float around. And so the things that you encounter or hear about are actually people who are formerly alive and then now they're just floating around without a body. And I think this is at best an incomplete picture because it ignores the fact that God has created already a spiritual realm in which exists angels but also demons. And so I think therefore there's a caution there, because there's a battle, there's a war happening in the spiritual realm between demons and God, between Satan and God. And so dabbling in this, for example in the occult, is something that Christians should be very wary about. And this definition again about disembodied souls, it sounds a bit too innocent, actually, to be honest, because then you think it's just either like your uncle, your auntie, your relative, that kind of thing that's just died. So maybe not the most comprehensive answer, but I think one that brings us back to God and brings us back to a reality in which God has created, including the spiritual realm, and helps us to see beyond just today and the physical. That something that is God has planned for the future is actually even better than now, includes the spiritual, but also includes the physical, resurrected reality when Jesus returns. And that's why Christians can talk about not just now, when there's spiritual and earthly, but also the future, when there will be the new heavens and the new earth. And I think that's a much more hopeful, much more comprehensive, much less superstitious answer than just that, all spirits are disembodied souls. Yeah.